Hello, everyone. We are back again to discuss Mockingjay.
We all have different editions.
We all got the different copies. This was a Valentine's Day gift from Peyton, and he put it in my little stuff. So now I must collect them all. I was gonna do it anyways, but I got this one because it was the next one we were reading, and I'm probably gonna go buy the Ballad one so I can go read that.
They're so satisfyingly floppy.
I know, and it feels different.
Nice.
It feels so much better than the Scholastic ones.
So I know what a big upgrade. Like, I read this book in 3 different ways. I did ebook, audiobook, and physical. Like, whatever was happening, making my life easier at the time. But this was so nice. Like, as we know, the Scholastic, why does it like crinkle and like you can't even barely open it without breaking the spine? So disgusting.
It was funny because when those editions came out, I saw them at work, and I sent you guys a video of the flop test.
Yes, like the flop test is good. Like, I really like
edges too.
Yeah. I still think like the bright colors is kind of intense for the series, but Joey.
Hi, Joey.
He wants to leave. I can't let him.
What does he think about Mockingjay?
He loves it.
He
probably you have to stay.
He probably cried at
Joey,
the Buttercup scene.
Oh, the Buttercup. I actually got emotional about Buttercup.
I know.
Especially in the movie.
Yeah, that's intense.
The movie scene was wild. She definitely like took that and made it even better. But like, this is jumping to the end, but Buttercup's sleeping by her side after years of hatred. I forgot about that. Like, it makes me want to cry.
Mm-hmm.
We were just discussing, all 3 of us, before we went live, the amount that we cried during this book. Usually I cry more than I did, but me and Brittany finished this book today. When did you finish it, Kit?
I think 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you were prepared.
I know. It was because I was on an 8-hour car ride, and I was like, well, got nothing else to do.
Yeah, that does work out. Yeah, February went by as it is the shortest month so fast, and suddenly it was the day before we had planned our live show, and I was like, oh, wait.
Wait a minute.
I was like, oh goodness. So, but I cried today on my lunch break when I finished it, and I was good last night. I was reading it till 3 a.m. last night, and people died, and I was okay. And then today it unraveled for me. So emotional. I got the notes again.
I got the notes again.
My little notepad it's been getting so many pages because of this book club.
You should send that journal to Suzanne Collins and be like, here.
I would be so embarrassed. But that would be beautiful. Okay. So 5 stars?
Yeah, I gave it 5 stars.
Okay.
I don't write books anymore, so.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, Brittany.
It would be a 5 stars, though.
Yeah. I know a lot of people don't like Mockingjay.
Yes.
And I understand why. That doesn't mean that I don't like it for those reasons. I love it for those reasons. Because I think a lot of people think because it's a lot of dialogue rather than action. Mm-hmm. But like I'm here for the world building and the politics and the characters, so I'm
you're gonna love the Ballad. You still haven't read the Ballad.
Well, that's
so
gonna be
look
so
at this
interesting.
thing that I have not reread, so
Yeah, I feel like this at the time was the least favorite for most people because it is tonally like different. Like we're doing something different here, but if you think about it, all three of them really did have a Hunger Games. It was just slightly different in this one.
Yeah.
Like the odds and everything, like as Finnick and Katniss said, like this was pretty much just another Hunger Games, just a lot more people and maybe more survivors, but dear Lord, a lot of them died. Like that was miserable. Oh my god. Yes. Literally, I thought I was making it towards the end, and then that like last two chapters.
Yeah, you would think like with all the death and the depressing stuff, but it's the stuff where actually the characters like actually get better that make you
I know, because this whole series
emotional.
is horrible. Like it is so traumatic for everybody. So to see them finally like have small wins here and there, like even just like the wedding means so much because like we have so little like happiness in this world. So I'm jumping ahead, but dear Lord.
It's okay.
Okay, when I was reading this, as sick as it was, I was focusing a lot on Gale.
I was too. Brittany, were you?
No.
Oh my god! I had so many thoughts about Gale. Because I really, and you know, I don't know why I'm like shook or whatever, but she was really trying to do something with him. Like he was here for a reason. As annoying as he was.
Yeah. No. And it's interesting that he kind of like how Suzanne decides to like show his flaws and character stuff in a way. I do want to read a quote that's from the end that I think really summarizes Gale as a character in this love triangle. Where is it? No, that's not. That's
exactly which line you're gonna bring up. So let me see.
That's what I needed to survive is not Gale's fire, kindled with rage and hatred. I have plenty of fire myself, but what I need is the dandelion in the spring, the bright yellow that means rebirth instead of destruction, the promise that life can go on, and no matter how bad our losses, that it can be good again, and only PETA can give me that.
Why am I tearing up?
Yeah, no. And then right after, it's him being like, do you love me, real or not real? And I was like, oh, fuck.
It is insane. Like, I don't know what happened to this woman, but she is a genius. Like, I'm snapping for this lady. Literally.
Do you know what scene I hate, though?
Yes.
Is when they're, like, underground, like, in the tunnels, and Katniss wakes up and hears Gale and PETA talking. And Gale's like, well, I guess we'll see who she chooses when this is all over. I'm like, that is so not important right now, sir.
Oh my god, no.
I know.
Like, the way that he, like, does this stuff at the most inopportune times. I'm like, buddy, do you know that you are in a war currently and are, like, about to go assassinate the president? Like, what's the matter with you?
And then
Finnick
PETA
just
says
died,
something.
like...
Yeah, exactly. And then PETA says something and Katniss is like, can you guys both, like, stop talking,
I
please?
love that she hated both of them in that moment. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, I don't need none of y'all.
Yeah. There's another part that is also my favorite. I love sassy Katniss. We never get enough of sassy Katniss. But she says on page 100, Gale can't. Yeah, he can't. What up? I'm Gale. I'm 21. What's the thing? What up? I'm Gale. I'm 19. Never fucking learned how to read a room. So I don't know which meeting this is, but I think her and Finnick are talking, and then she goes, as I turn to go suit up as the Mockingjay, I catch Gale watching me and Finnick unhappily. What now? Does he actually think something's going on between us? Maybe he saw me go to Finnick's last night. I would have passed the Hawthorn space to get there. I guess that probably rubbed him the wrong way. Me seeking out Finnick's company instead of his? Well, fine. I've got rope to burn on my fingers. I can barely hold my eyes open, and a camera crew's waiting for me to do something brilliant. And Snow's got PETA. Gale can think whatever he wants.
I know. Literally, I don't even understand him. Like, he's just such a jealous guy, and I don't so controlling. Like, of
Yeah.
everything that she does.
Yeah. There was the Twitter account. The one that we always send to each other. There was, I think I already probably sent it at some point, but there was a tweet that they did. Hi, Brittany.
Hi. Chandler keeps attacking Joey.
Oh no.
But there's that Twitter account tweeted out something about them being like, I don't really like it when people hate on Gale for killing Prim. I hate Gale because he's a terrible like person mentally and like manipulative. And I was like, yes. And that's perfectly resented in this book.
No, for real. Like, I have some notes. Like, some weird stuff that, like, I just was noticing. Because, I mean, we all knew, well, some people don't know. But most of us feel that Gale was not very good towards the end. Like, first book, I enjoyed their friendship. But as we continue on, like, he can be very selfish. He does have his moments, but
yeah, I remember my one friend was reading the books for the first time, and she was like, I don't mind Gale for like the first 2 books. And then she got to Mockingjay, which I don't even think she finished. And she was like, okay, I see why everyone hates Gale now. And I said, yes, exactly.
Yeah. He literally, what I wrote down was, and I thought of this when there was a scene, it was very quick. And it was Coin and Gale talking, and they were kind of like laughing together or having like a nice moment. And I was like, this is kind of chilling, because if you think about it, the way that they view things are very similar. Like, they're both in the mind of the enemy, I think is what she said at some point. So for them to be chummy with each other, it's like, okay, just like Hamish and Katniss are kind of like mirrors, I feel like Coin and Gale were kind of like maybe Gale is like the start of what someone like Coin, how that like develops. That just blew my mind. I just thought about that. But chilling, because I don't think he's like truly evil. Like, I think he really cares about his people, and all of this springs from that. But I mean, there is humanity that he just doesn't have sometimes. Like, he's so willing for people to die to push his narrative forward. And I mean, even just with the prep team, when she finds them all tied up and he's like, why are you like upset about this? I'm like, just human decency. like why do we want to treat people that way when they didn't really do anything personally? So moments like that. Let's see what this says. I defend Gale a lot because he has trauma too, but his descent into cold and calculated in this book is chilling. It is chilling. So
Fucking hell.
it's a valid
I just spilled hot chocolate everywhere.
No!
coffee. Oh no.
Okay, I'll be back. You keep talking.
This reminds me, my sister's like sick today, and she's going through it, and she sent me a picture. She spilled her chicken noodle soup all over her bed. And she said, this couldn't get worse.
That's so bad.
Yeah, so sometimes that one last thing
It's gonna get you. Like Gale. Like, there's just like, you check it off, he keeps on doing stupid shit, and you're like, there it is.
But I love his character in the way of this book, because I mean, they are different. Like, they come from the same place, him and Katniss, but the way that they handle these things, these horrible things that happen to them, I mean, one of them still has a human side to her. Not saying he doesn't at all, but he is very, as Gracie said, calculated. Like, he's able to disconnect from these people being people.
Yeah, and I think that's what Katniss like even though Hunger Games, awful experience, from being in the games, she understood all the different kinds of evil, but also all the different kinds of good. Like I forget what there's a quote that she talks about a lot of times with Effie and her stylist, where she's like, I'm kind of like just mad at the Capitol themselves for making these people think this certain way rather than like kind of the Gale point of view where he's like, oh, like I can't believe they think of this. And Katniss is like, well, the propaganda, like that's their, yeah. So
He's just like one-minded. Like, he cannot think of the layers.
yeah. I so I was on Tumblr, okay, guys. I was on Tumblr because I try to find some Hunger Games stuff, and someone brought up this point where they're like, why does everyone always blame Gale for Prim's death rather not Coin and Beatty? And I'm like, okay, we do. But I never really thought about Beatty's thing in it because I haven't read this book since like 5th grade, so I didn't remember any of this stuff. But I think because Beatty, like when the District 2 thing happens, he is kind of like, whoa, like we have to at least like give them a way out. Like we can't just kill all these people. And then also in addition, after that all happens, when the Hunger Games is being voted, he says something around the lines of like, we can't keep like seeing each other as enemies. Like this is not gonna work. So I feel like that's his way of remorsing, being like, okay, I can't continue this. And then Gale's just like alone now. So it's kind of
I
like he's gonna
low-key
live
feel
Jill.
like Gale would have voted for it to happen. I mean, I can't prove it, but he's just so like filled with revenge. I feel like he would have been like, let's do just one. I think we all know if they had done one, it would have continued. Like,
Yeah.
it would have.
That's what Katniss says. Katniss is like, wait, I love these quotes. Suzanne Collins.
They're so good. Literally so good.
They're so good. Oh, she's like, what was it like this then? 75 years ago or so ago? Did a group of people sit around and cast their votes on initiating the Hunger Games? Was there dissent? Did someone make a case for mercy that was beaten down by the calls for the deaths of the district's children? Oh, so good.
Yeah. It's haunting because, like, yeah, like that happened all those years ago. And they had the opportunity to literally repeat history, which we all know from history. It does repeat. Like, we keep making the same mistakes and then get confused by the outcome. So I love that this was included. Like, it could have just ended and we took over the Capitol and there's peace. But like the reality is there are the people like Coin who really want power. So she's so interesting to me. Like,
yeah. Hi, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
I love your sweater, by the way.
Yeah, Jenny
We had an outfit change because I got hot chocolate somehow all over my sweater as well. So I need to wash that. I don't even know how that happened. I'm gonna have to watch the playback to see what the hell I was doing for it to like splash literally all over my keyboard, all over my like new mouse pads. Like, what the hell was I doing?
I love the mouse pad
Thing. So like, what was I doing? I have no idea.
You know,
I don't think we know either. I think
it was like it went like on my arm and it went like on my side. I'm like, how did it get there? Like,
I'm sorry.
Crazy.
We were just talking about what were we talking about?
I think we were just on our Gale rant again.
Yeah.
I think that's just where we
just
were at with
continued
it.
Okay, let me see if I can get us to say something else. We just hate Gale, but I have many thoughts about him throughout this. So
what's funny As I was originally going to wear this today, and I'm like, no, this is too colorful, too happy for a Mockingjay discussion, and then I end up spilling on my sweater. And
No, Brittany,
this
your
anyway.
sweater is the dandelion in the meadow. That's
Don't do that.
Like, it's
Don't
so
do
cute.
that. Literally, that line, you read it out loud, crying. I read it today, crying. Like, it gives me chills, especially because something I was gonna mention, Hijacked PETA, he quotes back things to her, and like he does the memories, and he mentions like he saw her pick up a dandelion one day. And I'm like, this dandelion thing, like I feel like no one ever talks about it, but it really gets me.
No, yeah.
Because that was her moment of hope.
Yeah. Bring back the dandelion.
I didn't even make that connection. That's so...
Exactly. You're just like, oh shit, that all comes back together.
Yeah. So emotional. So because we think Gale sucks so bad and he is supposed to be her bestie throughout this book, we actually end up having, I would say, 3 new besties. I'll list them out. Who are much better friends to her, even in this short period of time. First one, Finnick.
Yes.
Second one, Joanna. She has an interesting way of doing it, but they're besties forever.
Their relationship is so cute in this book. Like, obviously terrible shit, but like...
I know. It literally means so much to me. I wish, one, I'll get back to what I was saying, but we don't even know what happens to her.
Not really, no.
You know,
the last time we see her is in when they're trying to decide to have another Hunger Games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then we never hear, like, we hear about Annie, we hear about her mom, Gale, Hamish, but we don't hear anything about where she's at, what she's doing. Like, that really bothers me because we left her on such a sad note, you know, like dealing with her trauma. She can't take showers because she experienced all this torture with water. She couldn't come to the war. And then we just see her at the vote, and that's it. But
yeah,
okay, best friend 3.
Who's best friend 3, Peyton?
This one's like a low-key best friend who had her back. Boggs. I love Boggs.
Yeah. Boggs is so cool. I forgot how cool he was in this book because I don't think they give him as good enough content in the movie. Yeah. Which, by the way, is played by Mahershala Ali, Oscar-winning actor now.
I know, like, it's cool.
Yeah, but I love Boggs. Boggs is so good. Because I love that Katniss, like, does her thing where she judges a person at first, and then it turns out to be the complete opposite thing that she thinks it is. So...
This is why it kills me that they took out Finnick in the underwear scene, because that was the moment where she's like, okay, he's okay. I think I like Bob. I just find that so funny. Like, also, like I said, there's so few moments of happiness. Like, why'd we rip out one of our funny moments? You know?
Yeah.
It makes me so sick.
It would have taken like a few seconds too. Like, it wouldn't have taken that much time.
I remember being in the theater and like we were in that moment where it was like whatever, and then they went to the hovercraft, and I was like, wait, did they just skip? Did they just skip the underwear scene? Are you kidding me?
People are saying they want a 4-hour ballad cut, which I also do want, but I also want my like 4-hour 2 Mockingjay movies, so it can include all the underwear and everything.
It's actually insane that it's like 390 pages and there's 2 movies, and even with the 2 movies there's still stuff that didn't make it. And it's like, how did she so perfectly craft like both of these 3 books are 27 chapters, like they're very structured, and she puts so much in them. Like, modern genius is all I got to say.
Can we Oh, sorry. There's a comment. I don't know what you just said. What did you?
No, I was asking you what you were about to say.
Oh, I don't even. I was gonna say the thing with Joanna. The thing that got me was when Katniss went to the woods to make her
Oh,
like a thing of tree, and Joanna cried because it's like the only thing she has.
it's so sad.
It's like
Because
so
that wasn't
sad.
in the movie either, was it?
No.
There's
And I
like
completely forgot about it.
there's like only 2 scenes I would say of Joanna in the movies.
Yeah.
One when they rescue her, second at the wedding. And I think that's it.
Yeah, she's barely in Mockingjay. I wonder if there was a reason. Like, I wonder if it was like time constraints or if the actress was maybe busy doing something else and couldn't be there for as long.
Loki,
Yeah.
I feel like they just could not fit it in. Because
Yeah.
Crazy.
But
so
here's
much.
here's my unpopular opinion.
Let us
Take
know.
out because I mean, I'm sure you guys remember. If you guys don't remember this, or if you do remember it and I'm just like mansplaining to you, just let me know. But for context, during the filming of Mockingjay, towards the end of Mockingjay Part 1 and towards the end of the whole production of Mockingjay Part 2, the guy who played oh my god,
Plutarch.
Plutarch, he died. So a lot of the stuff they had for him, they gave to Elizabeth Banks. Now, I understand Effie is loved by a lot of people. What if we switched it and had Joanna instead?
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, because I thought for the longest time reading this book that Effie was dead. I was like, whoa.
I remember, and then it had me second guessing if she was alive, and then I got to that part. I'm like, what was Kit talking about?
I
just going through their brain.
just thought she was dead because I'm like, they don't mention her. She's not with the stylist. Peter's stylist and his designer
It's
are dead.
murdered.
Are murdered, and then she doesn't come back until
The
like,
very end.
the very end.
Like,
I
I was
wanted to
literally, I was this close to Googling it. And then, like, a few pages later, it was like she was there, and I was like, okay, great. But I was like, you had me doubting it. I'm like, I swear Kit was saying that Effie's dead. And I'm like, is she?
I'm
like,
sorry
am
that I
forgetting?
betrayed you, but I thought that for like the whole book.
I'm like, did they just love Elizabeth Banks so much that
They
they brought her
did.
back to life?
No, well, I mean, in a way, yeah.
I always liked that decision to put her into books. I did not like how she took one of Finnick's quotes.
What was the Finnick quote that she took?
It was they're either gonna like love you, hate you, or want to be you or something. When she was getting, let me make sure I said that right.
That is so Finnick.
Yeah.
Why did I think?
Effie said it in the movie, Finnick said it in the book.
Okay.
So she took his line.
I can see it.
I remember her saying that in the movie, so that makes sense.
But when I was reading the
like
book, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense of Finnick saying that. I didn't even think.
No,
of
I agree with
movie.
because it's Finnick.
Yeah, I never liked that she took his quote because honestly, he gets so little in the movie, and I do like he's very small in this book as well, like in the grand scheme of things. But every scene like works so well, and I don't know, means so much, and you can tell that like him and Katniss understand each other in a way that like other people can't. Like the way that Gale is so trusting of District 13, and Finnick and Katniss, like, they go out into the woods and, like, talk about, like, what's going on here. And they don't let them know that they saw the PETA video because they still don't, they have a reason not to trust, you know?
Yeah.
They've experienced some pretty tricky-ass people. So, I don't know. I love my Finnick O'Dare.
And also, like, all of his scenes, even if they're, like, small, they're so impactful to Katniss. Like, like even if it's, like, the smallest little thing, somehow she connects to him because of their shared experience. So
That's so true, because they were in, at least in the beginning of the book, like the same boat, and he is like kind of losing his mind. And I feel like there's a little bit of comfort because she's like, well, at least I'm not losing my mind like he is. Like, I could be doing a little bit worse. He's doing really bad. But like, they just have peace in each other, and stupid Gale can't even fathom like that bond. Like, maybe they're just trauma bonding a little bit. Like, he's so stupid.
I'm surprised Gale hasn't like thought Katniss and Haymitch or something, because he seems like every time she talks to a guy, he's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right,
What about
Gale.
Beatty? Oh, she wanted to be allies with him so bad.
I know she did. So
Does she have feelings for Beatty? That's going
we
through.
like Beatty though.
No, wait, Gale and Beatty. That's the ship for most of because they're always
They were always together. Like, it's a valid.
There's a little something going on off the page, methinks.
I know, they were like meeting up all the time. They weren't talking about bombs. They were talking about something.
They were talking about love bombs.
Oh, that was good.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, here's a question. Do we think Sunrise on the Reaping is really going to be the end? I go back and forth on this.
Well, we all probably thought that Ballad was going to be the end.
I know, so I'm like, it really could. It could be, and it could not be. If she gets inspired, I believe in that woman.
What do you think that she would write about if she were to continue?
That is so hard. I feel like they only. This sounds biased, but I think Finnick would be interesting. There's like theories out there. People think that Tigris could have been his stylist because she was still a Hunger Games stylist. I think that would be interesting. He's the youngest to ever win. He ends up having like this horrific like sexual trauma from the Capitol. And I think he's the first games that Katniss like has a memory of.
Yeah.
Doesn't really mean anything, but I don't know. I feel like there's something from that could be taken.
That would be a really hard read.
Oh yeah.
Like, would Suzanne Collins even want to like actually write about that and not just, like recap it like she did in Mockingjay? That'd probably be so hard.
I know, and he got the most expensive sponsor ever. Like, people fell in love with him. So
how old was he? He was like
14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then I think Katniss talks about how people wanted to use him, but then they had to wait until like he was 16 or something.
Still young as crap.
Still young.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. I
also say Joanna because she had the approach of playing a weakling, and what a badass bitch she is. for being smart enough to like do that. Like, I mean, you find out that day that you are going in the Hunger Games and you have to make that decision in 2 seconds. She was acting like a weakling as soon as she was picked. So she's so interesting to me. But I don't know. I feel like this might be the end.
I think as I'm sure we probably all we all said we all thought Ballad was going to be the last. But when Suzanne wants to write, Suzanne writes, and I think I think she will do that. Like literally, she might be like not write another Hunger Games book until she's like on her deathbed or something. Like she'll get the idea and she's like, "Oh shit, I think this is important." So
what if she pulls like a Taylor Swift where Taylor, like everyone thought last year at the Grammy she was going to announce Rep TV, and then she announced Tortured Poets instead. So like, what if like it's announced that she's going to be writing a new book, and everyone thinks it's The Hunger Games, and then she's like, actually, it's something brand spanking new. Because I don't think she hasn't released a book outside of The Hunger Games since
Hunger Games. Yeah.
She writes an adult book. Like
I would love that.
I would love. Suzanne Collins could do it. She's
so
children. Were they middle grade or young adult? I can't remember.
Middle grade.
I think she'd be really good. What if she wrote like a thriller, like an adult thriller?
Oh my god. You know I'd eat it up.
She would be so good at that.
Or
she's so good at reading the stakes. Like, yeah.
She would be so good at a horror.
You know, it would get turned into a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Peyton, it could become your comfort movie.
Francis Lawrence.
Horror.
all your comfort movies are horror.
Honestly, yeah.
Francis Lawrence, if Suzanne Collins writes a book and you try to adapt it, get away. Someone else needs to do it. And it's not you.
He got his claws in her. Like, they probably have a friendship.
Yeah, but no.
I want to read her other books. We should do like a book club where we read the middle grade.
We should do that after this.
We should. I literally have wanted to read them for so long, and I just haven't got the strength to do it because I feel like it's gonna really get me.
And they just got new covers. Like, it would be the perfect time.
Yes. Oh my god! Everybody, let us know. Honestly, we'll do it even if no one cares. But join us.
It would be for us.
But yes, I do. I agree with Kat. Like, I think there's definitely potential there. But once again, if she gets struck with the idea about the world, which the world is going to shit, like, she very well might get another idea of something to speak on.
Yeah. It would be interesting if she did one that, like, I mean, this might be just me, but like, I think we talked about it in the Hunger Games live stream, but like, if it was a tribute in Katniss's games, like, that would be really interesting because Katniss doesn't really know where they came from. Yeah, Foxface. Like, what did she do?
Yeah.
I wonder if there would be a story in like Tigris, like follow like a semi sequel to Ballad, but like what happens? Because like what happens? I know we're like jumping ahead here, but like what happens to Tigris between Ballad?
I have to say something about that.
Yes,
that is like one of my main theories. Like, I feel so, and you know, we'll see in 2 weeks, but I feel so certain that we will see Tigris. Like, I
wonder which version of her she's going to resemble more, like the one from Mockingjay, or like at what point in the process.
She has to be looking some type of way. You know, it's been many years because they're in their like 50s, her and Snow. So, and she's described as like a lot of like the tattoos to look like the tiger. Like, you would think you would have started that by now, but I don't know. Like, I need to know more about her. Because I don't even
like read like a novella collection or something where we get of like the most interesting parts of all these different characters. Like, if they don't warrant an entire book, getting like at least something.
Even like Cinna's backstory.
Yeah, she needs to pull like a Cassandra Clare. Just
please.
Novella collections.
Please. Yeah, we have to learn more about Tigris. I feel we see her at the end of Ballad, know that he is not good, but we don't know what happened in those many, many years that like made her want him dead. You know, that's a big jump. So, and why did she get kicked out as a stylist? Is it just because she turned ugly? Because that's rude. Like,
she's Hunter Schafer. She can't be.
I know. Like, she's like the most gorgeous person ever. It's like insane that she went from Hunter Schafer to Tiger Lady.
Do you think if no, I guess not. I don't know. I was gonna say, do you think if in the Sunrise movie, if Tigris is in the book, if they would have Hunter Schafer? Because, like, to be fair, Tigris do not be looking like an old lady in Mockingjay.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they have some sort of makeup,
I mean, I would be here for it because
I just want
CGI
someone from that
is
movie.
crazy.
You know, we can't have what's his face, the guy who played Snow, Tom Blythe. We can't have him.
Yeah, even though he really wants to come back.
He does. He does. I
They
feel
could
bad
just
for him.
put prosthetics on him. Like, there are some really good, like, old age makeup. I feel like we've talked about this before. I'm getting deja vu.
No,
like,
we have.
In This Is Us, they, like, I believe that Mandy Moore was an older lady. So, I mean,
Here's the thing, though. My bias is for Donald Sutherland's son to
Yes.
play him.
We say it
He's the
every
right
live show, and I
age.
stand behind it. I stand behind it so hard.
Gracie is commenting some interesting things. There's a
Yes,
few there.
this I do think that she did not know. Actually, I don't know. I can't.
I don't want to doubt Suzanne
Always-
Collins, but it did seem a little odd. I don't know.
It did. It
But, like,
did.
surely,
so-
because, like, Tigris is such, like, a random character in Mockingjay, like, comes out of nowhere and is there for such a short period of time that I feel like it does make sense that she would have, like, a bigger role in the world.
you can sense that there's a story there, though. You know, like the smile that she has when she's like, "I'm gonna kill him." I was always curious, but never thought we'd hear nothing about her. So
I can see both sides of it. It does seem a little strange, but I also, like, understand.
yeah.
It's the thing.
Yeah.
This is a also interesting point. Do we think it's solely Hamish's POV? I don't know. Like,
I think
we could
so.
have Macy
I think so too.
You think
I
so?
Like, I think, because I'm thinking to myself, well, no, Suzanne Collins is good at writing. Because originally I was thinking,
She is.
because originally
speak
I was
facts.
thinking, do you guys remember when Allegiant came out and people were like, oh great, we got Four's point of view, so one of them's gonna, like, Triss is gonna die now because she introduced that point of view. I think it, but then for Sunrise it depends because we already kind of know the history of, like, who's who. But I agree with Brittany. I think it's solely gonna be him. I think.
It probably is, but I'm so intrigued at the thought of getting Macy Donner's perspective. Like, she's such a badass bitch. Like, from the
I think
little
it
that
would
we
be
heard.
interesting.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll be surprised.
I like how this has just turned into, like, a Sunrise on the Reaping theory.
I know. Okay, let me try to get it back together.
So I want to continue talking, and then I'm like, no, Mockingjay.
Mockingjay.
And the Ballad one, no, I was gonna say in the Ballad one we can talk theories, but at that point we're probably already gonna have read Sunrise, to be completely fair.
Yeah.
Well, we could have a theories.
We could. I'd be so down.
We
with that.
like the night before or whatever. Just like barely talk about it.
Peyton's at the book release and just be like, "Hey guys, want to talk about theories?"
Oh my god. No, I think we should. If it's not
Wait,
the night before, like at least a couple days before. That
the
would be
book comes out on the 18th, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a Tuesday.
I work that day.
Oh,
Which is like, I mean, I'm not gonna get the book on that day. There's no way my pre-order is gonna be coming, but that means that I get
You
to
could
see
see
everyone
that.
else buy the book, and that'll be fun.
you could just like grab a copy off the shelf, start reading
In
it.
between
Yeah.
customers, flip a page.
Okay, I think we should do that because we clearly have more thoughts. I asked y'all if y'all had theories. You were like, no, I don't have any
I
theories.
don't.
But then
Well,
we're
because
talking.
other people brought it up,
Yeah,
Peyton.
I don't have any
These
original
people better
thoughts.
show up for this
I just-
series live show.
I just piggyback on what someone else says. My brain's not. No.
I do plan on making a theories video. I was hoping to film it
you do.
this weekend because I do have theories. I just haven't written them all down. So I will be working on that. And
Wait,
maybe
I
we
just realized I'm also I work in the morning, like I'm the morning person on that day, and that means that I'm in charge of like online orders. So
Oh,
like
good luck, honey.
if there are a bunch of like pre-orders, it's gonna be like when Onyx Storm came out. And just like
Oh, yeah.
all day, all my order picked
has
up, and
to
I saw
be.
that it was
This
Onyx
book
Storm.
better be bigger, like this.
Doesn't
This
it
is a
say on
big-
Goodreads, Shirley, how big it is?
It's like 400 something pages.
Because isn't it smaller than Ballad?
It might
How
be.
long is Ballad? Oh, wait, why am I asking that?
That was
I feel like
thick.
I'm about to sneeze.
No, I know. My Ballad book is over there, so that's why I was gonna check, but then I was like, it's so far away.
I almost spilled my hot chocolate again. Let's try.
Brittany, don't spill it. Bless you.
You need to be careful.
The absolute chaos of this, yeah. And like earlier, I was like right before I spilled my hot chocolate, Chandler was like trying to attack Joey again, and Joey hissed at him, and I've never seen that boy hiss. I've seen him growl, never seen him hiss like that. That was insane.
Dang. Okay, I'm gonna try to get us back on track.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait, Sunrise, according to Goodreads, is 400 pages.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Ballad is 541.
Okay.
I wonder, because I think it's absolutely going to be like Ballad, where like part of it's like the Hunger Games, and then the rest is the aftermath of it.
Yeah.
But like, I wonder how much. Like, is it going to be exactly half and half, like 200 kind of vibes?
I know.
Page-wise? Or is it going to be like mainly in the games and then like a little bit of aftermath?
I think because we like, I know it's like we're watching from like in Catching Fire, we're watching the games from the Capitol and Katniss's perspective, but like I think it would be a little more interesting if it was more the aftermath, because that's what I also think is so much interesting in Mockingjay is the aftermath of everything. So fingers crossed. But that's just
knowing that it's like a 2-week period from his games and like the murder of his family and his girlfriend, like what happened in that 2 weeks? Like I feel like we definitely could get some shit from that. So I agree. I hope it's a good chunk of the after. Even like seeing him being a mentor too. Because did y'all notice at the end when they were like making that book of all the people that have died, he added all of the tributes that he had mentored. And so he remembers all of them. And that makes, well, obviously you would think so, but just knowing like he's been drunk for like so long, like, does he know what they look like? Well, he remembered them enough to have PETA paint them. So
imagine if like the end of the book is like a little time jump to his first Hunger Games as a mentor.
Yeah.
And like just like his reaction. I can like hear an echo of myself not pissing me off, but like a reaction to finding out who his mentor is, or like I don't know. How long does his first like mentee like tribute live? Like how long do they survive in the game?
Yeah, like how close have they gotten before Katniss and PETA? Like, did they die day one usually? Was there any hope ever?
What do the mentors do when their tributes die? They just get to like go back to life?
Check out. Go lay down.
I wonder if they then want their tribute to die, so they can like.
Some of the
Like
maybe
was Haymitch mad that they lived? Was he like, oh, now I gotta stay here?
No,
I want to go home. Oh,
I know, that's what I was like, whoa.
That's interesting. Yeah.
That's the thought.
Yeah.
Imagine if that was the book title. Sunrise is on the Reapings.
Yeah.
No, Suzanne Collins the day of the release is like, actually there's S's.
Okay.
Yes, Professor. We're getting back to Mockingjay. Okay.
Okay, so something that I found interesting about this book is Katniss got the one thing that she could always count on taken away from her, and that is Peeta's loyalty. She had to deal with, you know, his hatred, and like she's always been able to count on him watching her back since, they allied in the first games. So I don't know, this whole thing was really sad. And when Hemage talks to her about like wouldn't Peeta be treating you a lot nicer if the roles were reversed, and that was such a killer. Because he's too nice. So I don't judge Katniss's response in any way, because like how do you cope with someone that you care about so much, went through like so many horrific things together, and now they hate you and think you're trying to kill everybody? Like, it's horrific.
So sad.
I want to kill everybody.
So did Katniss.
Everybody associated. Also, this book is like so gruesome. All of them are, obviously, but the way everyone dies is just so horrific. Like the Avoxes,
Yeah.
the way they were tortured, like what was, and just so Peeta would hear it or see it.
Mm-hmm. And then Finnick decapitated.
Yeah.
Like in my books, I annotated it the last time I read it. It was just like Finnick lost his beautiful head. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? His beautiful head. Like,
no.
And him and Boggs too. Boggs like was still alive after like his legs were like blown off and just like bleeding.
I know, it was like they were putting a tourniquet on like his one last. I'm like, stop.
I'm like, guys, it's over. Like,
this is so true. Like, she's very descriptive about some of these deaths sometimes. And I mean, like, skin melting off, and like, as we said, the decapitations, people getting thrown up into like nets that are like barbed and everything. The meat grinder, what the frick was that? She was not back.
I feel like they downplayed the whole underground part in the movie. I feel like it wasn't quite as.
No.
Yeah,
no, I agree with you. They definitely downplayed it.
Oh, and I completely forgot that those mutts smelled like the roses of Snow. Like, that was such a good detail. Because, I mean, he is so... Like, he's evil, but he is so extra evil because he thinks of little details like that. Like, how can I make her suffer in the worst way possible?
I don't like leaving the roses at her house.
Like, he wants to cause pain and like psychological like anxiety. Like, there's nothing good about him. Not one good thing I could say. Yeah. Literally. Like, it was intense. I still get chills reading Cato's death every single time. Like, it's so nasty. And poor little Prim. Haven't talked about her yet.
Oh my god.
I love that it does happen with her dying. It's so terrible, but like it's such a full circle situation. And I don't know. I just don't feel like it would have hit quite as hard if she didn't die.
Yeah.
Though, do y'all think he needed to die?
Who?
Finnick.
Yeah. Maybe not like him specifically, but just like somebody had to die. Because it's war, you know? It's unrealistic that they all get out.
Yeah.
Do I wish it was Gale? Perhaps.
Yeah. You know what makes me so sick is he's just living in District 2. Like, one of the places he's always hated. Like,
Yeah.
Oh wait! Oh my god! I just realized, like, he killed all those people in District 2.
oh
and
my
he
god,
went
you're
back there.
right.
So I don't know if he's trying to like redeem himself from
I
there,
doubt
Yeah,
or he's just
right.
like,
He got a job offer.
That's fucked. I hate that.
Yeah, I find it so strange. Another thing I forgot about was in my head at the end of Mockingjay, it's like Peeta, Haymitch, and Katniss like living together alone for the rest of their lives. It actually is a lot more of a community, like rebuilding District 12, just minus Katniss's mother and Gale. And like it seems like District 12 came back, like the people that lived. So it's interesting how Gale, who like loved his district so much, like is in District 2 of all places. A place, like you said, exploded that place, killed those people. And then I don't know, there's probably people that still wish the games were a thing. Like, you know, there has to be those bitches out there from like District 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have thoughts. so many.
okay.
Let me read these comments. This is a good point. I don't think they ever like discuss how much she's bothered by the roses the way the books do.
I don't know
Yeah,
if they ever like showed it explicitly, but I feel like it was there.
Like a symbol. It was
Yeah,
a-
like it
'Cause,
was
like-
visually.
Yeah, because like the rose was there in the movie, no, in Mockingjay.
Yeah, it is because
Yeah.
I remember that shot of her holding it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the sensory, like the sense,
Yeah,
they
I guess
couldn't
that was
really
in this.
express that to us. And like even like the smell of blood on him and like the mixture of like the floral rose smell of him as well. Like those are just details. Like I enjoy those
Imagine
details.
just smelling of roses and blood. Like,
Yeah.
yuck.
Wait.
Like, girl, just wear a cologne, sir.
Yeah, I do. I think they had a meaning. It is hard to say it, but if no one was dying, like it just wouldn't make sense. I think it's just extra tragic for Finnick because he just got married. Like, are you kidding me?
I have a
and, like,
question.
Yes, what's your question? Oh my god. What is it, Brittany?
Do we think Finnick knew that Annie was pregnant, or do you think Annie found out post his death that she was pregnant? Or like while they were gone? Like, I've always wondered that, and it was like in my annotations. I'm like, was he aware that he was going to be a dad? Because that would make it 10 times sadder if he knew, I think.
I feel like
But also sad for Annie either way.
he didn't know because some people, I don't know about him, but some people would have not gone, you know, like stay with your wife.
Right.
But, you know, he had a personal thing with this war, so he might have wanted to make the world better for his kids, so it really could have gone either way.
These are the questions that we need to be asking Suzanne, if Suzanne were available for us.
That's what I'm saying.
There's so many questions for her.
We need Suzanne to sit down and do a tell-all of our questions, and then disappear again.
The career spent their whole life training for the games. They had to be let down when it was all for nothing for some of them. That's what I'm saying. I feel like there has to be some people that are still twisted in the head or like upset that it's over because people love sporting events and stuff. Like, are they going to replace it with something that's not murderous?
Well, Plutarch was talking about a singing show.
Yeah, so I
Really?
think they're trying to.
That totally forgot about.
Yeah, because I think he was trying. Yeah, they're trying to do reality
Oh,
shows that
yeah.
don't consist of murder.
You know, like sane people.
Family friendly stuff.
They're gonna try to do Survivor.
From Love Is Blind.
Oh god. They clearly like the romance out in Panem. So
Yeah.
like
From Housewives
like,
of the Capitol.
oh my god, that'd be so funny.
Someone needs to make a parody of this, please.
No, like a reality show of some of these like Effie Trinket type characters.
No, Effie Trinket doing a what not to wear type show.
Oh my god. That makes you wonder, like, how does the fashion change in this new era? Like, are they quite as out there, or like, does it tone down? We'll never know if Suzanne Collins doesn't show up and let us interview her. She's hiding.
Not the sister wives.
Oh my god.
No. Imagine if Gale does sister wives.
Oh my god. No, for real, the Capitol shows have to be crazy.
No, they do.
What are they watching when it's not Hunger Games season?
Exactly. Like, also, what
Do
happened
they
to-
even like?
I would
Is
hope
Caesar
so.
Zuckerman dead?
They don't really mention him after the interviews with PETA.
I'm sure he's dead.
Because he's not in the books. Or in the movie, sorry. Because he's the one who like announces that Katniss is dead.
Yeah, yeah. He needs to at least go to prison. Like,
Something.
a lot of crimes.
Which is so annoying in the movies because I love Stanley Tucci and like the way he does Caesar. I'm like, I don't want to hate you.
He's so good.
I
Like,
do.
every role he does is so good.
He's a good actor. Good Stanley Tucci.
Let me see here. Oh my god. This is so not important. But Deli Cartwright, what a good person. Like, she came from all the way in book 1. We mentioned her. She came back book 3, saved Peeta's little brain. And she was Katniss's #1 defender. So I just wanted to give her a shout out.
She's not in the movie though. Was Prim like her replacement in those scenes?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Which
it
is-
doesn't make any sense.
Oh, because she's so
Yeah, because
closely
she became-
related.
Yeah, so it doesn't
Like,
make sense.
They see. This is why the film should have had more District 12 characters because
like,
it
I
doesn't make any
understand.
sense.
I understand not wanting to like, I don't know, have too many characters that like aren't super present all the way through. But you are missing, like, you're missing her friend that ends up dying. We find out, Madge.
Yeah, Madge.
Yeah.
I wish they had her. And like, if she didn't die, they could have used her for that. And then we would have had the connection for Sunrise on the Reaping. But they ruined it. But they didn't know. It's fine.
It's fine. It's cool. It's fine.
Oh, do y'all think Plutarch was aware of coins like evil? Or because they were like this.
Yeah, Plutarch, interesting man. I still can't figure him out.
I know. Like, I don't know if I like him or not.
Yeah.
He's very obviously intelligent and he knows how to make this shit happen. Doesn't want to be the one in power, it doesn't seem like. So that makes me want to trust him. Like, he really does want change. And he's not trying to be like Coin as the face and the leader in the end of it. But I'm like, you didn't get any inkling that Coin was messed up. Like, I feel like if Boggs knew something was wrong, I feel like there was definitely signs. So,
Yeah. Maybe that would be an interesting novella or book. Plutarch's Mind.
Some people thought that's what this new book was going to be,
Really?
which could have been interesting because he was a game maker, and I want to know more, to be honest, because how are you a game maker but a rebel? Like, and he even said, I made some of the pods myself. I'm like, how do you live with yourself knowing you made all these like torture devices that killed so many people?
Yeah.
And he's such a joyous, joking man, and he's like contributed to so many people's death. So I don't trust him. I think he's a weirdo.
Yeah, because he was
Little
also
unsettling.
what?
It's a little unsettling.
Yeah. And I think it's also like because he was so adamant about the propaganda aspect of it, and like I can't trust that man.
Yeah, very manipulative, calculated mind. So it makes you not want to trust him, but he was right. Like I don't know if we would have made it here without like some of his shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's important. Because he, like, wasn't he the reason that they had that device that detected the pods, the hollow?
Yeah.
I'm sure a million things of intel as well, and being able to orchestrate the rescue in the first place. So we gotta like him, but we also don't gotta like him. Like, it's complicated. Oh my god, is that Joey?
Is that Joey?
Joey.
Hi, Joey.
So handsome.
We needed an appearance from Katniss.
Oh yes. None of my cats are with me right now. I locked them out.
I locked mine in with me.
The complete opposite.
Okay, so what do y'all think about Katniss and Snow's final conversation? Because I love it.
It's so good.
Yeah, I love how he talks about like he admits that he missed everything as well, that Snow and him, or Katniss and him, were only looking at each other, so they completely missed what Coin's real agenda was. And it's so chilling, like how he's laughing about it and he dies laughing. Like, it's so creepy. But I love it. It's so good. The visuals. And then he gets trampled and like beaten up by the people of Panem. Like, I feel like that was the perfect way to kill him. Like, it didn't fully belong to just Katniss. Like, he ruined everybody's lives. So, I enjoyed that.
He's interesting.
I can't wait to see what we get of him in Sunrise on the Reaping, because he has to talk to Haymitch at some point.
Yeah, because doesn't Katniss talk about how like, oh no, Finnick does that, like he poisons. Like I knew that he poisoned a lot of people and he became immune to it, but like, when did he become president? Who did he kill? Like,
that is a good point. Like, when did he fully take over? Because in the ballad, we just saw his first poisoning, like at the end. So I haven't thought about that. It seems like he's been there for quite some time, though. Like, he's well respected.
maybe he comes into power when Haymitch.
Whoa.
Maybe.
It's possible. I literally am gonna die just to have them talk to each other. Like, because every time Katniss talks to Snow, like, it is, I don't know, it's so important and, like, so interesting because his mind is so warped. Like, you can see what he's saying. Like, he's always known, like, if this happens, this will happen. Like, he has a very understood perception of this world and how to keep it together. I'm like, the fact that he decides to kill Hamish's whole family, how did he get away with that? With no one being upset?
Maybe because he, like, I don't know.
I feel like people cared about Prim.
Well,
Her.
yeah, well, it's also like we don't know if there was any stuff after it. Because I know that I forget what it was, but like Haymitch does bring up something around the lines of like it'd be too obvious if they like killed you and your family like right after you win the game. So I feel like something happened where like they murdered his family and girlfriend and somehow maybe something happened.
That's a
Because he says that in Catching Fire or something around those lines. So
That's a good point. That makes me think about Haymitch and Katniss's mother talking about how things are getting bad again. Like maybe after his family and girlfriend are killed, there's like a bit of like a baby uprising. And maybe they are whipping people more than usual. Like, I think it's clear. We really want the aftermath. Like, I want to know. I want to know. I can't believe it's 2 weeks away.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even think of that.
I think it's 12 days.
I need my copy to come fast.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to buy 2 copies.
Me neither.
I'm going to see it at work and I'm going to be like...
eyeballing it. Mm-hmm.
But like, I got a better discount on the one that I bought.
That's always important. I'm probably going to have several copies.
I don't mind having a second copy. I would just prefer it to be like a different format.
Oh yeah. Ballad came out and I had 2 hardcovers because one of my pre-orders wasn't showing up, so then I had to do it a different way.
I remember that.
And then I got rid of the other one eventually because I'm like, I don't need 2 of this exact edition. Like, that's a bit ridiculous. But
here's what you do. No, okay. I don't know.
But I did recently get all the ebooks, so I might get the ebook. And I did order the Waterstones exclusive because I got the Waterstones exclusive of the Ballad. So I'm like, come on, I need to have it.
I don't remember what that looks like, the Ballad one.
It's like yellow underneath, and there's like a snake.
Let me check. Waterstones, Hunger Games.
It's really cool underneath the jacket. I had to have it. This is what I said, Kat. I think grab a copy and read it at work. And then like maybe hide it so you can keep like coming back to it.
Well, when I used to work cash at Barnes and Noble, I did that. I would bring a book up and read it.
I think it should count as like product knowledge.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
I agree with this. I really think we'll see Katniss's dad, and I do not think this is fan service. Like the Seam is a very small little place in this District 12. Mm-hmm. And Haymitch is from the Seam. Katniss's dad is from the Seam. Like, you think they don't know each other? Like, they definitely know each other. So,
it's a small town, guys.
Yeah. Like, it only makes sense. Like, if he knew Katniss's mother, who's like, in the different side of the town, you really think he did not ever come across Katniss's dad. So,
well, wasn't oh well, it was more so with Donner, but like, doesn't Katniss say that like her mom is like right next to Macely when she gets reaped?
yeah.
Okay, I know they weren't really friends, but like
These people are aware of each other. I would even say that, like, they are friends. Haymitch and Katniss's dad. Like, Haymitch doesn't talk about things. Like, he keeps things close to the chest. So I don't feel inclined that he would have even told her.
what if he knows Katniss's dad through his girlfriend?
Possibly. Because a lot of people have theories that Katniss's family is part of the Covey, which is the people that Lucy Gray came from.
He's a part of.
And they're very musical. And we know Katniss's dad is very musical. Katniss is. And then we know Lenore Dove. Dove apparently is a color that I didn't know was a color, but it's a color. So, and they always have a color in their last, like, name or first name, double name, whatever. So that's very possible because we don't know Katniss's dad's name either. He might have one of the Covey names as well.
Oh my god, I just realized we talked about this last time. We don't know Katniss's mom's name. We don't know Katniss's dad's name. Guys, we might find out their names.
No, yes. We have to because, like, one, Mrs. Everdeen is always called Mrs. Everdeen. Well, she's not Miss Everdeen yet. So give her a name.
I feel like we're going to learn so much. And I don't know if my brain is prepared for that.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, guys.
I feel like it has come so quickly.
Yeah, no, the day that like the book comes out, Hunger Games wiki is gonna go insane.
Exploding.
Like Katniss's mom's name changes because we all know her name now.
Yes, literally, like, we have wondered her name for years. Watch us read it, and it's literally not included somehow. Like, I will be sick if it's not included. Like, why do we need to know? I don't know. I just need to know.
No, Suzanne, I need to know what Katniss's mom's name. Because
Maybe
I need to stop referring to her as Katniss's mom and who she is as a person. We thought you were a feminist, Suzanne. You think that only women are somehow connected to their daughters? Give her a name.
Give her a name.
Well, we also don't know Katniss and Peeta's kids' names. Like, in the epilogue, they just say the girl and the boy.
You know, I'm fine with that.
Me too.
Because I feel like these children have been exploited so much for the years. So for them to finally have kids, like, I hope if there's still cameras ever coming in District 12, I hope they never even point those things at their kids. Like, they deserve all the privacy.
I hope that nobody knows that they have children outside of District 12.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I don't think they would mind it. Like, they deserve privacy.
Yeah, I think Katniss mentions something around those lines, but let me check.
Pull up the receipts.
Yeah, go buddy.
This is a good thought. Because they did pull Katniss roots, so I do, because, like, Katniss does not have a color name. Like, she could still be from the Covey.
Well, yeah. So we don't know if her dad is from the Covey or the.
We don't. It's a theory. Okay.
Well, I thought they mentioned it in Catching Fire. I thought they mentioned something about him being from a certain place. Oh, it's from the seam. Okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
Seam, he sings and, like, the birds. go quiet and listen. It just seems like there's a connection.
Wait, also, isn't he the one that sings the hanging tree to her?
Yes! That's what I'm saying. Like, the connections are like, I feel like we're going to get something confirmed.
So yeah, because everyone, I hate to say this, but I've only seen the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes movie. But Lucy Gray is the one who made what?
Is about to change this month. You about to read it.
It will change this month, but she's the one that did the song, correct?
Yes.
So
no.
If he knows the song.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there is so many weird things going on with these District 12 people. Like, I need to know.
Suzanne Collins, we need to know. I think we should all make a petition that us three interview Suzanne Collins.
You'll find out.
We need to get into this woman's head.
The way we do this is we send it to David Levithan. He is her editor, and I'm sure he has a social media account. So we get this petition going. We send it to him and be like, please. I've walked past this man on the street of Yafes several times. It makes me so sick that he knows all these Hunger Games secrets. Like, knowing that you've been in the presence of this person that knows all these secrets, it makes me, like, I want to kidnap him and, like, really get some information.
Like, oh my god. You know the scene in the Muppets movie where they kidnap Jack Black? That's us with Suzanne Collins.
Oh my god. But for real though, like, does she know the answers? I feel like she does. So the only time she gets interviewed is by David Levithan. Like, they're like this. And I don't know.
We just need to blackmail him. Find some information.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Next time I see him, I got something to say. I will be saying something.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have anything else?
Are you? Oh my gosh! Wait. Speaking of, I started singing the Hanging Tree. I listened to the audiobook. When they do songs and books,
was it bad?
Doesn't work.
Oh god.
So I literally, okay, police, don't arrest me for doing this. But literally when I got to it in the book, I had to go to Spotify and I was like, I can't listen to this. I just put on the Rachel Zegler version. I'm like, this is how I'm gonna just
push through this moment.
Yeah,
I just listened to The Hobbit, and that was a painful experience.
Yeah.
Too many songs. Like, every time those Hobbits sang, I rolled my eyes so hard. I pulled muscles.
No, that's why. I mean, I know this is gonna sound like people don't need to do this, but if you're gonna write a book and there's gonna be an audiobook, you've got to have some melody to it. Because I can't listen to this woman on this audiobook going, Are you coming? I'm like, no.
I could be wrong. I could be remembering incorrectly, but I feel like in the Ballad audiobook, the songs were not that bad.
Okay.
Is the guy singing it because
I can't remember. I think so.
Because he's a Broadway actor, so that kind of makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. I remember not being disgusted by it. So.
That's good. That means a lot. If it was bad, you would remember.
And I actually like the pacing better of that book via an audiobook.
Okay, that's good, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to read that. And then Sunrise, I have to do physical for it.
I think also because we've never read Sunrise before, I want to see it. Every little detail can be so important sometimes. So it's nice to do the audiobooks now because we know the books so well. And Also, audiobooks are just great. Like, I can get so much done while listening to them. So
Yeah, no, I've like, because most of my job, I don't have a lot of students come in, so I'm like, audiobook time.
exactly. No, some of my job, I'll be working like on designing a graphic or something where I don't need to like think. Audiobook or YouTube.
Yeah. What? Wait, now I kind of want to play this stupid ass audiobook.
I want to hear it because I don't. I have listened to it before, but I don't remember.
Yeah, let me find it because I have Spotify Premium, so usually I get audiobooks. I didn't listen to it on Spotify, I listened to it in my library, but I should be able to have access to it. Oh no, I don't. Do I? Okay. Wait, when is the Hanging Tree song? When is the Hanging Tree song in book? Unfortunately, I am not a teacher. I just work at a college. Waka Waka. Chapter.
Remember when the Mockingjay movie came out and Jennifer Lawrence was just like in the Billboard charts or whatever?
Yeah, it was so awesome.
Speaking of, there was this. Okay, so I was in middle school when. I mean, I think we were all in middle school when this came out.
Yeah.
Like early.
Oh, the book? The book or the movie?
No, the movie.
Okay, I was in high school. Thank
Okay.
you.
What year was it?
It was
I might have been maybe.
Well, I think I was in grade 9, so you probably were still in middle school.
Yeah, that makes sense for us.
Yeah, I remember like they were playing the Hanging Tree in PE class. Was the choice.
That's so crazy.
I feel so bad. This song is supposed to be. Wow. Anyway, so I had an art teacher that knew I was obsessed with the Hunger Games, and for somehow she got me like this. And it's like a double feature where they showed the first part and the second part.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've had this since whenever Mockingjay came out.
I love it.
Thank you. I've kept it safe with me.
And you still have it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it safe.
You better.
I will.
That'd be so sad to lose.
I almost lost the pin and I got really mad about it.
Yeah, the pin is cool.
I need to collect them all. I only have the Mockingjay one, like from the Mockingjay movie.
Yeah, I have the Hunger Games and the Catching Fire one, but I don't have the Mockingjay one. So I would like to get those.
Yeah.
My whole collection is at the very tippy top of my shelves. And I got all of Funko Pops.
I don't have all of them. I'm so sad I don't have Effie. I don't have like regular Katniss.
Yeah, I
like to get those though.
And I'm sad that they never like made them for the other movies, like Finnick. Finnick?
I know.
Yeah, I was really
Ballad. Like that would have been cool.
Yeah. Well,
and I could have old Snow next to young Snow.
That would be cool. And you have him in the red outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I did this like a year ago. I bought the Katniss doll, not the Catching Fire one. I already had the Catching Fire one, but I bought like her Hunger Games doll, and then I was like, oh, I should probably also buy like Peeta and Finnick. So much money, and I'm like, guys, please.
I would love
those.
Yeah, I never got those. I mourn my childhood because I would be a fan of something, but I had no money to like buy any of the merch.
Like
that's why I'm doing it now.
Came out before we had money.
I know. So like nowadays, if I'm obsessed with something, like I'm gonna let myself have it because old fangirl me, like I didn't get my Katniss Barbie or my Finnick Barbie like I wanted.
Like, I'll never get over the fact that, like, I had no money when the first wave of Friends Funkos came out, and I could only get my hands on Monica.
Dang.
Because every wave after, they've all been ugly. I got a Joey one because he was, like, the most normal of the bunch, but they're always in, like, their weird outfits now. I'm like, I just want a classic. Like, already, I have Monica in her chef outfit, and that was from the first wave, but, like, disappointing.
Every time you say the first wave, I just think you're saying the fifth wave. Like y'all remember that?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I liked the first book. I have no memory of the second book, but I know I read it.
I only read the first one, and I listened to it as an audiobook.
Chapter 15.
Oh,
I'm trying to
The
think.
implications of what Gale is suggesting.
Shut-
Quietly around the room. See the reaction playing out on people's faces.
Ew.
Expressions range from pleasure to distress, from sorrow to satisfaction.
Okay,
The
where?
majority, not, I say. They may have been coerced. They may be held against their will. Some are our own spies. Will you kill them too?
Wait, that's District 2. Oh. No, that's when they're mentioned. Okay, so when the frick is it first mentioned? Chapter
I've
9.
been trying to find it, and I don't know where I'm struggling so bad.
Who could find it first?
I know, literally.
Me, I literally opened up to the page. I'm not.
Are you kidding me?
I am not even joking. I
What?
literally opened up to the page.
I found it.
What page is it?
It's page 123.
Yes.
It's chapter 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just lie still and do fake breathing whenever someone checks on me.
I can't believe you're trying to find it right now.
The way that I'm not, like, I swear to God, I opened up to the page.
That is
So
crazy.
that Gale honestly knows nothing about Peter's message, but I have a bad feeling he does. Pearl from the drawer.
Honestly, I do not like that narrator.
Peter.
It does not
Why
sound
did
like
they come to him?
Katniss.
And what are they doing to him right
Oh,
now?
Well, I did speed her up so I could find it.
That's how I listen to audiobooks too, but like,
Yeah.
damn.
She sounds like an older woman, and that girl is not an older woman.
Yeah, I forget what it was, but when I was listening to it, I was driving somewhere with my boyfriend, and my boyfriend turns to me and he goes, "This audiobook person is awful." And I said, "I know."
And yet we keep listening.
Because I'm trying to show you all.
No, but like I have listened to these audiobooks several times, despite I also agree that it's not that good.
Never
They just-
listen to them.
They just need to re-record them with someone, like in this, like if they got Rachel Zegler, like I know she does Lucy, but she would be really good to do as Katniss, or whoever's gonna play Lena. Like someone in like Brittany, is the one that you're listening to for The Hobbit, is that Andy Serkis?
No.
Okay.
It must
But there
be
is there's an Andy Serkis like Lord, something like that.
Yeah.
I want
It's like the
I-
summer
I-
of Pretty had the actors do it.
Yeah.
All three of them. It was good.
Be super cool.
Fulvia's going to have the first round of We Remember spots ready tonight so we can target the individual districts with their dead. Finnick's absolutely marvelous. It's painful to watch, actually, says Professor.
Facts.
Peter admitted in person.
Oh, Plutarch. You weirdo.
Oh, that's
He
such
really
a
is great.
In fact, I find myself
Finnick's marvelous.
bodyguards, feeling their presence to be a violation of my beloved woods. This is a private place, a sanctuary already corrupted by the capital. Need to speak. Everyone's dripping in sweat, especially Castor beside the lake. I pause in the doorway, lost in the wilderness.
Why is this
Somebody
making
thought this small
Katniss sound
place
like
was
super
12 feet.
posh?
I know.
It is very. It does not fit her.
No offense, but like, how did they
And we eat them in the shade of the trees.
come to
I
this?
intentionally sit at the far edge of the group next to
I'm
Pumpkin the Crown.
over here.
It leads to a new branch, momentarily
I've
opening
been
its wings.
listening to.
What?
I just ignore her voice in some way, which is like makes no sense because I'm listening to the audiobook, but I'm here for the words, not the voice.
The Mockingjay cocks its head and whistles the call right back at me. Then, to my surprise, Pollux whistles a few notes of his own. The bird answers him
You're
immediately.
almost there.
Pollux's face breaks into an expression of delight, and he has a series of melodic exchanges with the Mockingjay. My guess is it's the first conversation he's had in years. Music draws Mockingjays like blossoms do bees, and in a short while, he's got half a dozen of them perched in the branches
Wait a
over our
minute.
heads.
I love
Taps me on the
Polly.
arm and uses a twig to write a word in the dirt. Sing? Usually I'd decline, but it's kind of impossible to say no to Pollux, given the circumstances. Besides, the Mockingjay's song voices are different from their whistles, and I'd like him to hear them. So before I actually think about what I'm doing, I sing Rue's 4 notes, the ones she used to signal the end of the workday in 11.
Okay.
The notes that ended up as the background music to her murder.
We're almost
The
there.
birds don't know that. They pick up the simple phrase and bounce it back and forth.
Almost
with
there.
Just like they did in the Hunger Games before the mutations broke through
Is
the
this
trees.
gonna get
chased us all to
copyrighted?
cornucopia, and slowly fall.
No, I don't really
Because
care.
it's sped up too.
I hope.
I
Yeah,
hope
I don't
not
care.
either.
Remember that one time, Peyton? I played that clip. Was it with you? With the Elmo on the toilet when we took a bathroom break and it got copyrighted.
Oh my god. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, if we get copyrighted,
Stop those
you
memories.
know,
I'm on my knees,
whatever.
moving back into the trees, resting my hands on the rough trunk of a maple where the birds perch.
That was so
I have
funny.
not sung The Hanging Tree out loud for 10 years because it's forbidden, but I remember every
Yeah,
word.
girl.
I begin softly, sweetly, as my father did.
Okay. I'm
Here
gonna
it
put
is.
it at a normal speed.
I'm scared.
Or the normal speed.
Are you coming to the tree where they strung up a man? They say murdered 3. Strange things did happen here. No stranger would it be if we met up at midnight in the hanging tree. The mockingjays begin to all.
Why does it sound like a person singing on a toddler's TV show? That was my very first thought. That was
No, but you're so right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Sorry, I made the connection. So I always thought the guy who played Pollux in the Hunger Games looked familiar, and then I finally realized he's in Daredevil.
Wait, what? Say this again. My brain just went like.
Okay, so Pollux in the Hunger Games movies. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm like the guy, like I was imagining his face while like his character was talking in the audiobook. And I was like, the guy who plays him looks really familiar. And then I watched like only 3 episodes of like Netflix's Daredevil, and obviously there's the new like show coming out. And then it finally clicked that he plays Foggy in
Oh,
Daredevil.
I did not know that. I've never seen it.
Me, I've only seen 3 episodes. So
More
also,
than me, at least.
yeah, also the actor is from Maryland. So
Oh,
relatable.
cool. And he is one of the few bitches that survived that whole excursion with
Huh?
Cat. They had
What?
that whole group of people: Boggs, Jackson, League 1, League 2, Masala, Mitchell. They all died, Finnick. Literally, all we had was Gale, Katniss, Peeta, Cressida. Love her.
I love Cressida.
I know we haven't mentioned her. She's like awesome. And
awesome. Kind of like a question.
she, yeah. And like, I love how we do see like the film side of it, because that is such an important element to getting people to care. Like, the most important people in this rebellion: Cressida, BT for hacking everything, and Katniss. I'm saying it. I'm dropping it there.
You're dropping
I'm dropping
it. The truth.
It was horrible.
Are you coming? Now you guys see why I was like, I have to break the law.
I do feel like bad for her, this audiobook lady, because
No.
she probably did this before the movie, so she had no like idea of like what the melody was.
It sounds close-ish, but it's like there's something off about it.
Yeah, but
Off.
also in addition, it doesn't even sound like she's trying.
Yeah.
It's like she's
Which
just
is
waiting to get it over and done with.
She's like, are you? And it's supposed to be this emotional song. Like, I don't feel bad. It was horrible. Oh my god, if the audiobook person finds this live stream.
Oh my god. First they're gonna copyright us, and then the second they're gonna be angry.
Wait, but this is how we can get to Suzanne Collins.
The thing
It's all
is,
thought out.
they literally got the audiobook on YouTube. Like, several people have posted it. And I'm not going to say it, but I may or may not have utilized this resource. Because I was using my library, and then they took it away from me. And I was like, I still need this book. So there is resources out there, guys, for these times.
I listened to the Fifth Wave on YouTube.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It was just interesting because we were just talking about the fifth
I
Wave.
know.
That was before I knew that there was like apps that you could listen to audiobooks on, I think.
Yeah.
Libraries, guys.
I had like a whole
Having fun.
playlist on YouTube of like
I
audiobooks
did
to listen
too.
to.
Yeah. We're exposing some illegal activities.
Look at Kat's comment.
A replay to your copyright with Suzanne. If you see this,
She has to like. I know this isn't like the copyright's probably like from Penguin Random House or no, not Penguin, Scholastic, but it'd be funny if they had to play this live stream for Suzanne Collins and she has to sit through and they're like, is this your book's audiobook? And she's like, I'm just interested in what these three are talking about when they're completely wrong.
Oh my god. And we like threatened to kidnap David Levithan. We said some
This is a
scary
joke.
It is all a joke, but seriously, Suzanne, if you want to sit down, have a chat, I'm here.
Imagine we just pull up with our Sunrise on the Reaping live show and Suzanne's with us.
Oh my god.
Wait, I'm gonna like low-key
that
do, like,
interview with her is
No. You know what you should do?
what?
We should just like split our screen with a photo of Suzanne Collins. So she's with us.
do you I mean I could do that with my American Girl Katniss doll and she'll represent it.
We need her to attend. Like, maybe that's how we get people to watch it. Like, we're gonna scam the world. We get so many dislikes. I can't wait.
Peyton, you should promote it when you go to the midnight release. Be like, you guys should watch our live streams talking about the Hunger Games.
Suzanne's
Brittany should do that too. Put like,
oh my god.
I can send you guys posters to print out.
I'm actually kind of excited to work on release day.
Yeah,
That sounds.
such a magical day. Like, everyone's gonna be so excited.
I'm gonna ask if I can wear my Mockingjay necklace. Imagine, that'd be so cute. I can't wear my sweater, but I can wear
I was so mad that because I remember my boss was like, "Oh, would you want to spearhead the Ballad release for our store?" And I was like, "Yes." And then COVID happened.
No.
I'm so mad. I think that's why I haven't read it because I've just been so
depressing.
Damn. Like, I'm so sad because the only midnight release party that Indigo's doing here is downtown, and there's no way I'm gonna be downtown past midnight. Plus, to be fair, I now work on release day, so that would be ill-advised. But yeah, like, I'm so sad our location's not doing it.
A lot of places near me are doing a day of party, and I'm like, what the frick? Like, it's at 7 p.m. I'm like, I want to read the book. Like, I'm not here to party. Like, I am going to one of the midnight releases because, like, I want to get that book and I want to go. Like, I want to go read it.
Well, normally, like, midnight release parties are like, you like hang out before midnight, and then once it hits midnight, you get the book, and then you can leave.
Well, that's what I want to do, because I'm like, let's theorize together, have a good time, because the book is not here yet. Let me get the book, and I'm gonna go.
Like, I know we had a midnight release party for Onyx Storm, and they had like different like tables set up with like different activities and stuff.
That's so fun.
And then there was like a whole like trivia portion.
That's
trivia.
Yeah, that's what I did for book that shall not be named.
I know what you're talking about. I had to
by-
do it too. But like literally it's exciting that these things are coming back. Like it's a different era that we have not had probably.
You know what I find funny?
What?
It's like when an author comes back with like continuing a series, it's all excitement, right? We're like, yes, a new Hunger Games book, yes, a new Shadow Me book, like whatever. But once it's like a TV show or like a movie that's doing like, or like a revival type situation, we're like, why? Like, go away. I don't want this. Who wants this?
I will say some people are haters for the books
Well,
coming back.
I feel like they're in the minority though. Whereas like I found out there's going to be a Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot, and I was like, take it away. I don't want this.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
Great.
I think it depends on, because most of the time with books, it's the author that's bringing it back rather
what I was
than like
thinking,
not
too.
the same people that did the show originally are doing
But like
whatever.
sometimes it also goes wrong because like Gilmore Girls was done by the same people. And
Yeah.
they flubbed that up big time. That was the most disappointing thing I've ever experienced. It was
Yeah.
terrible.
Was it like one season or
Gilmore Girls?
Yeah, like how was
You don't know. Okay, so it was like 4 like
Episodes, right?
yeah, but it was like movie length or like almost movie length. And like each one focused on like a different season. And the format just really did not work. Because like all the quirky little town things, this is so off topic, but all the little quirky town things that were in the show that were like a couple of minutes at a time were like digestible. In the reboot, it was like half-hour long segments of Miss Patty doing a show. And it was extremely boring. And it's like, when are we going to get back to the plot? I do not care about this. And then they also just like did weird things because the creators weren't there for season 7. They left and they had never watched season 7. So they were kind of going as if like that never existed.
Well, that's odd.
Yeah, like it was really strange. And like Rory was just acting so weird. I'm like, in all this time you haven't grown at all. Like you've just regressed completely into like this like insufferable character. Like you're too old for this. Too old.
Interesting.
Like she couldn't even remember her boyfriend's name.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
And she forgot about him constantly.
yeah, and also, I mean, I wasn't a big Gilmore Girls fan as much as you were, or like you've kind of essentially grown up with it. But like, didn't the end of the like 4 episodes, that was supposed to be the end of the show originally, and the ending of the thing is her being pregnant. So she was supposed to be pregnant at like 18 or like 22 in the show.
Unless they were going to do some sort of time jump. But yeah. It was strange. And like she doesn't even know who the father of the baby is.
Yeah, it's left up to
But, like it's definitely Logan.
Oh, it 100% is.
It was
Okay, everyone. I'm starting a free trial on IMDb Pro so that I can get Suzanne Collins's information. I mean, it works well because I will need this in my life at some point. But
yes, please do this for us.
This is so funny. Has Suzanne Collins ever been the kind of author to do like lots of interviews or like book signings?
No,
that's why we gotta get there.
I know, like we
Like,
need her to choose us. We're the people that will amplify her voice as if she needs it. She literally is so scarce with the interviews, and usually they're like written and done by David Levithan. That's why I suggest we find him. Like kidnap him for maybe a week and like get some information out of this man because he knows something.
Yeah, and then also in addition, there is an interview because I was trying to find information about something about her, and there's an interview for Mockingjay where she has a group of like teenagers interviewing her. So we
Well,
just gotta pretend that we're teenagers.
if she was willing to do that, I think we could all three of us pass as teenagers. So I need to watch this video. I
'Cause,
can't
like,
even believe it.
I don't even know what her voice sounds like, I don't think.
Last time I heard her voice was, it was like release night before of the Ballad. She like read some of the first chapter,
Oh, yeah.
but I don't even remember what it sounds like. She's so mysterious, but she has such big brain energy. Like, she knows who she is. She knows she's a genius. I know she knows it.
Do you think she has, like, private Instagram accounts where she lurks on everything?
You know, I feel like she knows more than we think she does, because if she's so like within the times to have like actual commentary, like she has to be at least like politically up to date. You know, social media brings a lot of people's reactions about like political climate, so I feel like she must have a couple accounts out there just to stay up with the news.
Do you think she was aware of the PETA memes?
Oh my god.
Oh, the whisper.
I would die. Oh my god. That was such a great time.
It really was.
The thing is, Josh Hutcherson's aware of it.
Yeah, so he's got to talk to Suzanne. Was Suzanne on set? Like, was she a part of that? Did they know her? Did they got her number?
I think she was the executive producer. Let me double check.
So, guys, this is how we can get on set.
Let me see.
I also want to say I'm not stalking Suzanne Collins. I'm getting public information.
I believe you. Okay, so she was executive producer, so we just need to work on the films. And we'll get the details.
Oh my god, okay. Well, I'll figure out how connections.
I believe in you. Maybe you can write the screenplay for the new film.
I feel like it's already been written.
It definitely has.
Well, if it's going to be coming out next year,
they have to have it ready.
Which means that so many people have read this book. Like, just imagine, right? People at Scholastic have read it. Like, I don't know. Screenwriters have read it. Like, people, like, I don't know. That just blows my mind. But, like, people have read this book.
Jefferson White did the audiobook, and he said when he got the book, only, like, 2 or 3 people had read it, and they put it on his doorstep with, like, it was locked up. And I'm like, that is so crazy. But, like, I'm sure more people have read it now after that audiobook. And I'm sure, like you said, the screenwriters, like, people have to know stuff. So there's people out there right now that know things.
Wait, what if we get in contact with the screenwriter? Wait, who is the Is she the screenwriter? Because I know she did the first Hunger Games.
I don't know. Let's see. I just can't imagine being the person on the publishing team, like the editor, Suzanne's agent, like all the people that were involved in putting this book out to the world. I would feel so good about myself. Like, what an iconic franchise, you know? Like, this is revolutionary, as some would say.
I wonder what her kids think. Because I didn't realize she had kids, but I read the acknowledgments and I was like, hold on now. I was like, this woman's got a whole life. But we don't know
this
that.
Woman's got a whole life.
Like,
wow.
Like, she's
wow,
married.
Brittany, you think...
I just, like, I don't think about her because she's so, like, you know,
private. No, I know. I was making a joke. I was referring to the joke earlier about how Katniss's mom is only referred to her mom and how that's anti-feminist.
I appreciate that she is so like closed off, but I wish we could get more interviews. Like it can be with someone she trusts, like David Levithan, but like give me some more. Give me some more information.
I wish that we just had more book content from her. Like, I don't need to hear her talk about anything besides her book. You know, I don't need to know about her life. I don't need to have access to her on social media. But just like, you know, every book that comes out, just, you know, do a little something.
Like the process of writing it, like I would kill to just hear more about like her experience.
If she just talked about a podcast.
Really? I would eat that up.
Yeah. I love a good writing podcast.
I do too.
Marissa Meyer ended hers, and I'm devastated.
I saw that. I literally, because here's the book. I got the book that you told me to get, and I started reading it, and I was like, let me go listen to the podcast. And then I open up the podcast and it says, final episode, like number 200 something. I'm like, what? Why are you ending it?
I'm like, why are you ending it right after you release the book for it? Like,
It's
it's so sad.
time to get people to listen. It worked with me. So
it's so good. I haven't listened to every episode, but I listen to like authors that I know or like authors that I want to read from.
I just listened to the one that she did with the lady. I got the other one, the Save the Cat lady. So I thought that was super interesting.
I like that one.
She made me feel better because you know how I am. I fully outlined my book and I'm writing it right now. And I cannot seem to stick to what I plan. I never can really plan this shit out. Or things come up that I never like even considered, and I feel stupid.
That's the beauty of writing.
I know. And one of my things I freaked out and have like a spiral recently was inspired by Suzanne Collins, because I'm like, oh my god, she is so intelligent and like really had like an overarching like huge message that she was pushing this whole time. So I'm like, oh my god, like what's my theme? Like I have like a theme, but it doesn't feel right. And I was like, oh my god, I gotta figure this out. Like, what am I saying with this book? And then this lady, Jessica Brody, in that podcast was like, you know, you're not gonna know your theme sometimes. It's gonna come about once you have the whole thing done. And like maybe you'll see that thread and then you can like dive deeper. I'm like, maybe no, I don't believe that. She knew what she was doing. Like she knew. She knew. Unfortunately, it could not be me. But it made me feel a little bit better because I'm like, I do have a message. I know I do. But I'm confused.
I have a message for Susan.
I'm trying.
You're doing wonderful. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
We should do also writing sprints again. We should probably do that.
Yes, because I'm like I'm on like a writing schedule right now. And
did you write today?
Not yet. So when we turn this off, I need to get that in. But the goal, like for every week, is like at least 2,000 words, which is not that much. But I realized I have so much going on. So to like within 5-day week, have like 400 words a day, like shoot for that goal. It's like so much more manageable. And like I'm writing over it, but having that like smaller goal is what's like doing it for me, because I got a full-time job. I'm trying to have a gym schedule so I can stop dying. And I'm trying to write a book and eat food
and work.
Yeah. Make a YouTube video every now and then. Like, I don't know how people do all of this. It's crazy. This is so kind, but I highly doubt it. Like, I cannot imagine but I'm writing a horror novel. So
like, oh, I'm so excited for it.
devastating. Pretty much all my characters are queer as well. I think, yeah.
Love this for you.
Yeah, so ghosts, evil possessions. Literally, I don't have the patience, is the thing. Like, I'm trying to beat this into myself. I've been struggling for years. So,
but you have written a book, and I feel like you forget that because you write it off because it's bad in your head.
It was.
But you did it.
I did do it.
And you didn't work on it to make it better. So you don't actually know the potential of that book. But you wrote a book.
I did, and honestly, we need to forget about that book.
No, we don't. It's a part of your story, and you wrote it. And that's how you know that you can write another one. You've written one already.
You're so positive. You're the happy writer.
Only for you, not for myself. All my motivational stuff goes to you.
Well, I return it to you because you are my inspiration. You be popping out them books, and I am only on book 2 of my life. So you are really good. I wish your motivation, your determination, that's what I need. So just rub it off.
You say that as I'm rubbing hot chocolate stains off my keyboard.
Not the hot chocolate still.
I didn't realize it was on the side here.
I'm dead.
Like, I just got this keyboard. I don't need to be getting hot chocolate all over it.
It's a cute keyboard.
It is. It makes nice clunky sounds.
This is so off topic once again. We can return to our kidnapping plan of Susan Collins, but I really am trying to convince myself to make a purchase of, there's this purple iMac computer, and I'm like, my job is computer all day, you know, I got YouTube, computer, and then I'm writing a book, computer. It's an expensive purchase, but I'm like, bitch, I would use it, and it's purple. It's a purple, like, computer. And then this is purple. The thing is purple. Like, I want it.
Complete the set.
I know. I want a desktop computer. Like, I've always wanted that. Like, just a really nice one like that. And the past couple of years, they came out with a purple one. I'm like, you're kidding. And I have money saved, so I'm like really, really trying to tell myself I'll do it. But if I buy it and then I don't write my stupid book,
you could use it as like a reward. Not maybe for finishing the book, because maybe that will take too long. I don't know what your process is going to end up being like. But you could do it for like hitting like 20,000 words or like.
Oh, this is such a great idea. I think maybe.
I really want a reward system.
Because I'm at like 14,000 words right now. So what's a good? Bump
it up a bit more.
Yeah. Maybe like 50,000.
50, yeah. Pretend it's like a little NaNoWriMo, like, you know, rewards at the end of the month kind of vibe.
This is a great idea because I have like a little bit on my credit card. So I'm like, kill your credit card and then you can go make a new So I'll kill my credit card and I'll make the 50,000 word goal. And I'll get my purple computer. Stay tuned. Oh, 25K. Honestly, we gotta get me 50K. Because
yeah, we gotta aim for the stars.
If this is the goal, like I need to really get myself to work.
How big do you think the book's gonna be? Because you tend to be I don't know if you would be an overwriter, but you're definitely like, you write longer books. Like my first drafts are so like unfortunately underwritten.
Yeah, when I was
like
writing books, that was the same way.
Sometimes I don't even hit 50K for a draft. So
I'm mentally shooting for 70,000, but you're so right that
you were just frozen there for a second too. That was so fun.
Really. I'm mentally shooting for 70,000, but I really do overwrite, and like a lot of this shit is going to get cut out because honestly, I kind of discover things that I never could have expected, and then I can delete some of the shit that like got me there. So, this could be really long, but I don't think it will stay that long.
Yeah.
Like
The first draft is you telling yourself the story, especially since you do tend to stray from the outline. Like for me, yes, the first draft is me telling myself the story, but that's also the outline because I do tend to stick to my outlines. So that's where all my discovery writing comes into play. It's just like little things that I discovery write, like a character having a mind of their own. Like in Reasons Why Not To, Beckett was a little too flirty than I intended him to be. So
I love him. My characters always end up being too flirty. I'm like, what's going on? Because I can't flirt. Like, I don't know.
clearly you have it in
What's
you.
happening. They're just so snarky. I'm like, shut up. Like, what is wrong with you?
Absolutely nothing. We love a snarky character.
But I definitely, even with like the little that I have right now, like I already have notes on how these things are going to change. Like I just cannot see it fully. Like it just starts to make sense to me while I'm doing it. And I keep asking Kaden, I'm like, okay, so here's the deal with this book. Like, how do I fix this problem?
It'll
And
come to you.
he's been giving me some good ideas. So,
Well, also like just talking to somebody else will like unlock things as well. Because when we did brainstorming sessions, I would like ask you questions, and then you'd be like,
you did unlock some things. We need to do that for both of our books soon.
I'm struggle busing.
We can do it. We should all do it. This sounds so fun.
I haven't written a new book in quite a bit.
It's such a struggle. Honestly, I'm like so excited to like fix it because I never let myself do that. And I'm like, dang, I can make this good. Maybe finally I can have something to share with someone that's not like awful.
Can I be your first beta reader? I call it me and Kit.
Please, I'm gonna need so much help.
Because I loved editing your little stories for school. That was like my favorite thing ever. I still have the handwritten notes for Blue.
Aww.
I remember Blue.
Oh, I hate that thing now. I cannot read that thing. There's so many problems with it, but
But for the time, it was fabulous. I was so proud of you, and I loved helping you with it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, it's the same thing with me, right? Like, I feel so embarrassed that you guys have read Lost Girl. Like, ugh.
Oh my god, I forgot about it. Yo.
Like, that book, like, the way that your book doesn't exist to you, Peyton, that book don't exist to me. I try not to think about it.
Yeah, I understand. Like, it's, I don't know, looking at some of those things sometimes, it's like, oh god. It's so awful. But I sorry.
You talking about how, like, straying from your outline, right? You're like, oh, I can't stick to this, like, whatever. If I had stuck to my outline for Lost Girl, the love interest would be completely wrong. Because I started out with one love interest, and then I realized I needed to be somebody else. So I had to switch, like, 5,000, 10,000 words in.
I love that, though. Like, I switched my love interest 20 billion times. In my first book, like, I literally, because why was there vibes with everybody? Like,
I just had, like, polyamory, just everybody.
No, seriously, like, the chemistry was just flaring. Like, she'd go talk to someone, it was like, whoa, and then, whoa, what's that? Like, it was crazy.
A new love interest every book.
Literally. I love books that do that, though. Like, when you're in a series and you really get to just journey with them. Because that's the reality of life. Like, usually you would not stick with the first person that you ever had a crush on, you know? Mm-hmm. So, I find it interesting. Oh, I really do want me freaking Mac. It's so pretty.
Get to writing.
Because the computer I use right now is like work authorized. and every time I Google something really horrendous for my book about serial killers and stuff, I'm like, what do they think I'm doing right now? If they check this. So I kind of just want my little purple computer that no one's ever going to look at and like judge me for Googling. And that's what I tell myself. It's expensive.
Have you started reading The Happy Writer yet, or have you just gotten it?
I did start it, and I liked how each, like, I'm not very far. I'm like 10 pages in. Like, that's nothing. But I like how it's little tiny chapters.
It's very easy to. I don't know how far I'm in. Maybe like 100 pages. My copy's all over there. But
I definitely liked it. It immediately made me check out the podcast because I'm like, I love hearing about people's processes. So Suzanne Collins, like, tell me your process. Like, I need to know what you do when you write a book. Like, I need help. Mine is so interesting.
I need to get into V.E. Schwab's podcast.
Ooh.
I didn't know she had a podcast.
Yeah, it's called No Right Way.
Oh, that's so good.
It used because it was like she had those Instagram lives for a while, I think in 2020, and it kind of was born from that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
My cat is crying for me to come get her, so hold on.
Katniss?
Yes, Katniss. She's crying at the door. Hold on.
She knows that she's been summoned.
It's like over an hour ago, but it's okay.
Well, it has been 2 hours.
That's crazy. And when was the last time we even mentioned Mockingjay? Like, how did this turn into like?
Brittany, it's right here. What are you talking about?
Oh, kitty Katniss.
Katniss kitty.
Oh, I love her.
She hates being held.
Well, that shit's too bad.
She's my favorite kitty, which is so rude because I have 3 cats. But she's my favorite.
That's crazy. I can't pick a favorite between my boys.
Me and Katniss we've gone through some things together. We're the 2 girlies in the house, so.
Gotta stick together.
We do. Best friends. She really resembles Katniss, the character. Like,
I love when that happens.
yeah, like their personalities, like you're not messing with her.
Oh my god, I've got hot chocolate here too.
Oh my god. What is going on?
It's okay. It didn't stain the mouse pad, which is what I was scared of.
That's good.
Because I'm like, I just get this white thing and then get hot chocolate fucking all over it. I do have cat hair all at my keyboard though.
Oh, I have a thing to say that's actually about Mockingjay.
Oh, yes. Peyton is bringing us back.
Because you know how we keep saying that Hamish and Katniss are each other's like mirrors, they're the same. I find it so interesting during the scene when the victors are voting. Katniss just looks at Hamish, and I think the line is something like, I hope that he's gonna understand me or whatever. And then she votes for the games, obviously in her head. She wasn't actually meaning that, but this was the play that she was making to do something against Coin. And he was just looking at her. He said, I'm with the Mockingjay. I'm like, I don't think he was actually voting for the games either, but he knew she was up to something. So I love that. And I think it's so sweet that he comes back to live in 12, and they try to say, like, oh, you need to watch me. I'm like, no, bitch, that's your family. Like, Peeta and Katniss are your family. And it makes me so happy that at least they all end up together.
And that's what matters.
Yeah. And he has little geese that he takes care of. Like, that's so weird. And I love that for him. And it just gives me a little bit of peace that we're about to go through some trauma. with him in 2 weeks.
I'm so not prepared. Oh my god.
But we know it ends okay. He has Katniss and Peeta and his geese. Keeps drinking. It's okay.
He gets the geese to drink with him, you know.
Yeah. I did find it interesting how when they went to visit 12 towards the beginning of the book, they noted that Haymitch could not handle it without drinking, so he couldn't come because he didn't have any alcohol. I'm like, ugh, what was he going through in 13 during that time when Katniss was like hating him? You know, it had to be awful.
Yeah, and also it's also a symbolism because Joanna's going through the same thing with morphine, that she had to like stop being addicted to it.
Yeah, and then he asked Katniss when Gale was on the rescue mission for Peeta. He was in all seriousness, do you want like them to sedate you? And I'm like, it's so sad. Because, I mean, I don't judge them at all for wanting to be, like, in a different universe, sedated. And I feel like she does kind of get sedated throughout this book and, like, is chill with it. And it's, like, grateful for it. So I feel like maybe she understands him.
Yeah. Also, the mental stuff is really interesting in this book. And we never get into it with the movie, like we were talking about with Finnick. Like, he is, like, so... Like, I think, what was it? Katniss says something where she's like, I'm seeing the real Finnick now or something because of, like, him actually, like, opening up to her and her opening up to him. And then also, in addition, like, her learning her own mental illnesses and what... Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is interesting. Oh. No, her mental health and like awareness of PTSD is so good because I feel like in so many books the characters like bounce back and don't really like get bothered by these really traumatic things that happen to them. But these things always come back.
I'm like actually so stressed for my reading this month because like this was supposed to be read last month. Like this has taken up precious time this month that should not have taken up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now I also have to read Ballad before Sunrise comes out. But I also am supposed to be filming a reading vlog for my 10th anniversary on BookTube, which requires me reading other books that I need to get on real quick here.
I am under similar stress right now because I put myself in this position. Obviously, I was late with Mockingjay too. And then now I got to read the Ballad. And then I'm meeting the author of Finlay Donovan. I had to read like 4 books. I'm on book 3. The 5th one just came out, so I might try to read that one too before my book signing on March 18th. Sunrise on the Reaping Day. Stressful. And then March 19th, I'm meeting Tracy Dion. The book that just came out is Oathbound. I just reread Legendborn and Bloodmarked so quick. So those were on my list. I tackled them so quick. But Oathbound is 700 pages. So I have to read that before March 19th as well. So, yeah.
All I'm reading is a book about water sulkies and polyamory, so I can stop and start whenever.
You're just
What
chilling.
is that?
I forget what it's called. It's like it's the one that I sent that has the really pretty cover.
Oh, yeah.
The one that I went to the bookstore just so I can get because I was like, well,
it looks cool.
I know. Yeah. Well, are we are we gonna have final thoughts? Yeah. No, I love you all. I work tomorrow.
I do
wake
too.
up at 6:30.
Oh shit.
That's ugly. Okay, I think we covered it. We are going to be reading the Ballad this month. Hopefully, we'll announce the live show soon. But also we're gonna be reading Sunrise on the Reaping and having a live show in April to give everybody time to read it. Though I'm sure most of us are gonna like read it pretty quickly. Let's be real. But yes, maybe we'll do a theories live show and possible reading party of reading the book. We'll see.
We'll see.
Stay tuned. I'm excited about it, but thank you guys for chatting with us. It was really fun, and we will see you soon. Now I got to do the horrible, awkward clicking the button.